Welcome back to The Unknown Angler. Today what we're going to be doing is revisiting the magic fly. I was just up at the Cape and I've started to tie the magic fly in a whole bunch of different colors and with a whole bunch of different head sizes on different sized hooks. And I'm going to go over what I'm doing with that, and also going to show you how to build an EP brush with some new material that we'll talk about, which is the new Uglacy Sculptifly material, which has the flash built right in. And the reason for that is because it comes in some crazy colors that I really love. Three of them being the black, which is an all new magic fly, the chartreuse, the pink, and what they call baitfish belly, which is the white. Now, we're going to be concentrating on what I do to make the head on these flies. I'll leave a link down below on how to tie them. I've already done a video on how to tie them. But basically, to give you a quick heads up, basically it's a flat wing pattern. And with at least the chartreuse and the pink and the all chartreuse, I'll tie a white bottom. So I have a single white hackle on the bottom, a little deer hair underneath that, to make sure it doesn't foul too much, and then two feathers, either pink or chartreuse, topped off with some craft fur and some flash going along the side. And then we actually I'll actually show you how I do these heads. But let's get on with the video, how to make the heads, and then you can check out how to tie the fly down below. I can tell you that the calamari pink was the reason I'm doing this video, and that is that I tied this in a 2/0 and took it up for the first time to the Cape a couple of weeks ago, and this was smoking hot. It for me, I never took it off. Caught every fish that I caught, mainly because I never took it off, but it worked really well. And pink has always been a good color. We used to tie a clouser called the Bazooka Joe that was this color pink, bubblegum pink, same pattern as the other ones, which is a white belly with two bright pink feathers and some bright pink craft fur, a little flash. Anyway, let's get on with how to make the heads for these. I've been making some custom brushes out of this new EP Fibers material, and this is the Sculptifly 3D. This material incorporates EP fibers with flash, and they do a really nice job with it, and it makes it really easy to make EP brushes. In particular, the pink calamari is absolutely my favorite right now, mainly because that works so well. But the four colors that I'm actually using are going to be the chartreuse, a black, a baitfish belly, which is white, and the black is called Magic Black, and like I said, the pink is the pink calamari. I'm going to start out with some 0.006 or medium-sized wire, 6/1000 wire. Start off by putting the wire on the brush maker, and if you push in a little bit on this end to activate the spring, and then make 10 turns. You've seen me do this before. Then you release, it'll put tension on the wire. Does a great job. And there we have it. So this is the new EP sculpting fibers, and you can see that there's a lot of flash built right into these, so there's no reason to add flash. I'm going to take my block that I use to measure. I'm going to move it to 1 1/4 inches. This is for the largest magic fly I make. I also make them 1 3/4 inches, but right now I'm going to put it 1 1/4 inches. And basically all you need to do is pull off good amount of fibers. I like to keep it right around, you know, if you really squeeze it down hard, it's going to be maybe 1/8 of an inch in thickness. Pretty low. I put a cat brush or a pet brush through it a couple of times. I cut off the ends to even them up, going at 1.25 inches. Cut across, just lay it right down there. It's as easy as that. And because this has flash, there's no reason to go through and mix any more flash in with it. So it's a simple two-step process. Basically cut, lay it down, and go straight across. I usually don't try to straighten anything out here. What I'll do, I'll pull the wire out. We're going to add a little wax to the wire. I only do this like 2 or 3 times. Don't leave any big gobs of wax on the wire. Bring it over with your finger, hold it up, put it around the end, and then let it sit down. Crank this over. Hold your finger on here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, until it's wrapped up pretty good. Got that. Likewise on this end, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Make sure you go the right way. This one goes this way, this one comes towards you. And then you can now even up all of this without worrying too much about displacing it too much. And you see me tap it down with my fingers like that. That kind of, instead of trying to push fibers apart, pushing them down doesn't displace them too much, and it kind of evens them out across the brush. You can drive yourself crazy trying to even this thing out perfectly. Just get a good bird's eye view of everything pretty even. Then you can take the wood out, and you can see that that's pretty well, or pretty nicely evened out. The nice part about this is you can spin this like crazy right now, and you can keep going with it, because none of this is going to counter wrap and wrap in between itself. When you're doing just a single material like this and a very short material, things don't tend to get wrapped up. I always go to the other end and spin the other end in the opposite direction. But what I'm doing a couple of times just to make sure we even it out across the board. I'm going to go over it with a cat brush. Pet brush, I should say. I think I've said this 1,000 times on these videos. Don't use the one you use on your cat or your pet. Buy one. Go to a pet store, buy one specifically for this. You don't want to you don't want pet hair in here. And once again, I'm just going to keep spinning that a little bit more. And there you have it. Very okay. Okay, so I'm just finishing up the last brush here. Perfect. Done a bunch of brushes, different sizes, whites, pinks, some of the magic blacks, chartreuse, and so what we have is 3/4 inch, 1 inch, and 1 1/4 inch for the 1/0, 2/0, and 3/0 magic flies. In the pink, black, belly, white baitfish belly, and chartreuse. And let's go tie a whole bunch of flies.